impossible.
That jam.
Okay.
We live?
Yeah, we are live.
McTavish.
We are live.
We're not even going to get an intro. No, just kick it away.
1, 2, 3.
Not too bad. Baby's here now.
Babies.
Yeah.
Babies.
So
we
gotta sing.
We gotta sing. We got a baby here.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Andrew and Chris. Fun with Foobz and Chris. Put some smoke in there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. This is podcast number 5, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we are always sponsored. Oh, sorry, what am I sponsored? Let's talk about us first. I'm here with our guest host today, Mr. McTavish.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thanks for having
and of
me.
course we got my co-host, as always, Chris McDavid.
Hello.
On the mic, on the sound editing, on the video,
Young
making
Chris.
sure we're good, all in the hood. Are we good in the hood, ladies and germs? Are you ready for this? Our sponsors here today are Curly's Coils, as you know, as always, for your harder, better, faster, stronger vapes, ladies and germs. Get to the man at Curly's Coils on the screen. You can like him on Facebook, message him on Facebook. You know what to do if you need those alien heads, if you just need those bubble coils, you need those good coils, you just get to them. And I promise you, it's good coils. Or I wouldn't be my fucking podcast, and I wouldn't be sponsoring it, and I wouldn't be telling you about it. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have a shout out, as always, to our friends at Rare Form Theater.
Mr.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, go right ahead.
It's
if you
your
want
deal,
to.
man.
I was gonna say Rare Form Theater. As always, we give them a shout out, and so we give them a shout out for their new up and coming play called "Dying to Meet You," and it is directed by our good friend Christian Standard, as we call him Mingleoid. ChristianMingle.com. Dying to Meet You is a hilarious, fast-moving comedy. Richard and his wife, Barbara, accidentally offer the same room as lodgings to a young undertaker and a young woman who has the mafia after her. Confusion, panic, cross-dressing, and many misunderstandings abound in this great night of theater. Tickets are at ticketpro.com for the shows on February 23rd and 24th at 7:30 p.m. $18 at the door, and I'm pretty sure $18 online as well. And everybody, as we all know too, we have our shout out to the man downtown, Daddy-O's Fort Saskatchewan. For all your fine smoking accessories and all your fine needs, get to Daddy-O's at the motherfucking downtown.
All those fine needs.
They got those fine needs. They got candles, they got incense, they got a lot of Christmas stuff for you too, like little knickknacks for your stockings. And as always, they are a very big contributor of our giveaway, as is our sponsors Curly's Coils. But Daddy-O's has been granted us part of the giveaway that a lot of you obviously want to be part of. So I'm going to show you here quick, ladies and gentlemen, what you can win in the giveaway. All you got to do is message me, Chris, or even Ian.
No, don't message me.
Okay, don't message Ian. But what is my favorite band? Your hints so far have been toxicity, chop suey, sugar, and system.
At this point, if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't need to give you any more hints. You can win a bottle of Orange Chronic. That is what you can win. You could win a raw roller here, ladies and gentlemen. You could win some incense, some Strawberry Fields incense from Juicy J's. You can also get some nice rice papers, very good for your rolling, and some filters. DLX for said rolling as well. I'm also going to throw in, obviously, some papers for the rollers and stuff like that. I got some, blueberry skunk. I got strawberry skunk and Hawaiian skunk. It's not broken, I promise you. And we got some hemp blunt wraps here for you too. I'm gonna add that into there. But that's not obviously what you guys want to win. You want to win this right here, the rig that Daddy-O's has given us. You can win this, obviously. You just have to be part of the draw, and you know what to do to get part of that draw, ladies and germs. Ladies and germs. You want this? You want this?
I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
But now here's the thing. A lot of people have been asking me. They want more names in the draw. They want to know what they can do. Well, what can they do there, Andrew?
What can they do?
What you can do
Oh.
is after this podcast is done,
Oh, right, the babies.
all you do. No, it's okay. It's okay. They're upstairs. It's all
Up
good.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Just gonna
As
do
long as we keep it,
Top
we're
level.
good. We're good. It's all good. That's okay. Baby's gonna be part of this podcast soon too. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, when are you gonna bring little baby?
Oh, very soon. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. It should be on here very soon. But if you want more chances to win this rig and everything else that I showed you, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is at the end of this podcast, we're going to have the Facebook live feed that is always going to show up that you can obviously come and watch what we've done. And then you have the link on YouTube as well that we're going to throw up right after the podcast so you can see it there. All you have to do is share both of these videos, one or two. But if you want two more names in the draw, you'll share both. You want one name in the draw, you'll share one.
You share both, you get
two. You get two. So if you want more names, you help us and I'll help you get a chance to win this.
help you.
Exactly. All you gotta do, ladies and gentlemen, is you know what it is. You just gotta like us, you gotta share us, and you can obviously subscribe to everything that we do on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, at the FunwithFoobzandChris channel on YouTube. You can also like us on Snapchat. That's where you can also give us, the answers that you need to get involved in this giveaway at Foobz77 and Terrasol Chris for my co-host here. And as you can see, I screwed up on Instagram again, and I apologize. I have it, it's just not properly set up. I don't know that much about it, so me and Chris will work on that in the upcoming weeks. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously you can, get this out of the way too. Our logo contest has been up. We have a couple people that are working on some amazing things, and I saw the beginning little sketches. I'll show you after too. I forgot to mention that before the podcast.
I do want to see that.
Yeah, there's a couple of good ones. I won't say their names yet because I said you want to shout it on our podcast and stuff like that. You get that stuff into me. We're gonna pick it, or we're gonna let the fans pick it. We'll figure it out. Anyway, all right, let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start it off with, obviously, our little segment we call Community, where we just talk about the bullshit that happens in Fort Saskatchewan. And one of the bullshits that we're going to first talk about is poker night.
Oh. Ha! Thanks for the money, fucks!
That was
It was good
absolutely
money.
stupid, in my opinion.
When did you go out?
What?
When did you go out? You were what?
I was fourth
Fourth
technically.
place. Fourth
And the
place.
only reason I say technically is because it was Seamus. And I'm like, no, I had to finish ahead of Seamus. So I had more chips than he did at the end of the game. So technically when we both went out, I get fourth, right?
I got first.
It was first, and then it
so
was
humble.
Yeah, it was first, and then second.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Terry, and then me, and then Seamus, and then Jamie. Which I had stated at the beginning of the fucking game that if you, what did we say actually, McTavish? If we feed two players at the beginning of the game, this game is going to not go any fun way. We said Jamie. And we said this motherfucker right across from me.
Chris. See, now, actually, I disagree with you because Chris is more of a wild card.
Yes.
Like, I just have no idea.
Yes, but I've also played with him.
I'm sitting there like 10 beer in.
Yeah, and that was it.
Jamie's like, he's getting strong.
If Chris had just sat there and was like medium the whole game, he would have drank and been okay, right? But then he started to be like, he'd get the hand and be like, I got like 2-7. What are you doing, Jamie? Like, you're out of the game and stuff like that. I'd be like, Chris, it's your hand. He's like, oh, I know. Oh, that's fucking 50. So like, Jamie, what are you talking about? Like, for fuck's sakes. Like, I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming.
It's all a ploy.
It was a good game, though.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Next
we
time it's
finally got a
serious.
game. Oh, yeah.
Serious.
Yeah, sunglasses.
Very serious.
McTavish.
No sunglasses. No sunglasses.
He was very
Very
adamant
adamant. That's just
about no
in a
sunglasses.
friendly poker match. You can't wear sunglasses.
That is true. That is true. I'll give it.
I
I'll
would
give you
want
that.
either way.
All right. I'll go to this first before I go a little bit outside of Fort Saskatchewan. As I read this morning, Gail has went to this the AMU or AUMU or whatever it's called. Basically, there's a bunch of meetings with mayors and stuff like that. And as much as there's been cuts on the spendings and stuff like that, apparently the twinning of the bridge is still a go, and it is supposed to be done by next fall.
By next fall.
Next fall.
I'd be fucking surprised.
So where are they putting it?
Well, see,
So they're taking the same bridge and doubling it.
I think so.
I think, but I don't know how they're gonna double it all the way across because there's not enough room.
And
to
how
double
the fuck are we supposed to get across that next summer?
Yeah, but they already started working on the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's-
Yeah, which is nice. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll
Because
see
for the
though,
people
so.
who work in the industrial part of this town,
Yeah.
and do a lot for this town, it'd be really great if I can get to fucking work in the morning,
point A to
and,
point B would
and
be
literally
nice.
not have to deal with that one white Dodge truck that does not use fucking turning signal, decides when he wants to go fast, and then it looks like he's texting and it does 40. Like, if I ever have to be behind you again,
Oh dear.
I will take that box of plain Timbits and I'll throw it right through your fucking windshield, and I hope to peg you in the eye and hope that you slightly go off the road and have to park and say, ow, that really hit my fucking eye. I hope that happens.
I hope it can irritate you.
I hope
Slightly irritate.
It's like every time I drive by McAsphalt and I just honk, I know it's getting to Madison.
Oh dear, you can't say that shit.
Yes, I can. Whatever, fine, we'll go to the next thing. The next thing is I saw this beautiful thing at the hospital in Edmonton. I can't remember what hospital it was, but it was on Global News. Someone decided to destroy the community piano that's there and stuff like that. And a lot of people were very upset because, it's like, I think it's the cancer ward. And so this music teacher has decided to take it upon himself, after hours, not being paid or anything, to go and fix it. And as I don't know too much about pianos, and I've read a little bit about it, I don't think this is a very easy and a very, short job. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a lot to fix a piano and keep it tuned and stuff like that. Yeah. So this guy's taking it upon himself to fix this piano so that all the kids and stuff like that can play, which is nice. The other thing is, too, is there's a major artist or a major pianist or something like that around Edmonton that has decided to do a free show there when the piano is ready to go. So I wanted to let everybody know about that because I just think it's nice to see people doing things out of the kindness of their heart. Not only that, just to take it upon themselves when they have the knowledge and stuff like that to basically go and do it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that's needed around here. It's just
and showing kids this is what you do.
Yeah, this is what you do. Is anyone going to pay to get this
teacher to
fixed?
go that extra step, right?
Yeah.
It's setting a good example.
And it was basically just sitting there, right? And it just he heard about it and it was just like, well, I'm gonna do it, and I love that. I absolutely love that. It's like it'd be something for me. For example, if Fort Saskatchewan was like, oh, we got all these kids signed up for football this year, for example, or something like that, right? And there's no coaches, which I know won't happen because I helped coach them, and all the coaches are great. But just throwing a hypothetical out there, they'd be like, we need a coach. I'd be like, okay, well, I'm in. I'm in. Like, hell's yeah, I'm definitely in.
Awesome.
That would be awesome. I would love to do that.
Going into Jordan Peterson stuff, right?
Yep.
Responsibility.
Yep.
Like
Just you
social
take it upon yourself.
responsibility.
Yeah. If you
That's
have
what,
the
that's what we
knowledge.
need, right? Like,
Yep.
that's what we need to see in our society. It's not more people telling us what to do and more rules and regulations, but empowering.
No, it's more people just stepping up and saying that,
We want to see that.
this is what we need to do.
Community building.
Yeah, exactly.
Community.
Community building.
Now to
That's
go
everything.
quickly into the world news, everybody. What we got here quick is the reason why we're bringing this up is because me and Chris agree that if it doesn't happen to NATO, if it doesn't happen to NAFTA, if it doesn't happen to your allies, you're not exactly going to hear about it, are you? With the Paris attacks that happened last year, and with all the things that have happened around all the countries that we call our friends, we hear about that. The one things we haven't heard about, obviously, are the things that happened in, for example, Egypt. It has been obviously a little bit more televised now because it needs to be. But as it stands right now, there is over 300 people dead in a bombing that happened in a mosque.
Yeah, it's the largest massacre in Egypt's recent history.
Yeah, and then to top it all off and stuff like that,
And it's looking like
basically,
it was ISIS.
yeah.
It's ISIS.
Yeah, ISIS was basically sitting outside, basically gunned down everybody as soon as they left and shit like that. It was a horrible, horrible massacre. This is, I don't know. It was not easy to hear that at all, let alone see the video.
This stuff is happening all the time.
I know it really it sucks.
Every week now.
Every
Every
week
week
now,
now. There's some crazy.
But I mean,
fucking
it's
thing going
even
on.
if it's not our friends, it's not to say that we absolutely
what are we
need
gonna
to hear
do?
about
What
it.
do you do?
But it's
How do you stop this?
Yeah.
How do you stop this?
Well,
I
you
don't
don't.
know.
You don't change ideologies, right?
no, you can't fight an ideology. You can only fight an ideology.
You can kind of
with
change
another.
it, but it takes years and years and years and years
Yeah,
and years.
when something, you're right. When something becomes pathological,
Yeah.
it's
And at this
You're
point, I
almost
believe
done.
a good portion of that is pathological.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Extremism. Right?
I just wanted to bring that up to everybody. So sorry to get a little down to some of our viewers here and stuff like that. But on a lighter note for world news here, Lavar Ball versus Donald Trump. A lot of you haven't heard about this. I'll give you a quick little detour into who the fuck Lavar Ball is. He's a fuck. There's your detour. Now, he basically has gone after Donald Trump because his son was the basketball player that was caught in China stealing.
There was 3 of them involved.
Yeah, there was
What
3
were
of
they
them.
stealing?
Sunglasses, like little things like that.
You're a multi-million-dollar basketball player. I'm assuming like they're making good money and they're going around and they're stealing.
No, they're college. They were college, so they don't make any money.
Oh, okay. So you're stealing shit in communist
but-
China, thinking you're gonna get away with it.
But the thing was he's part of the big baller brand now, right? Which is Lavar Ball,
Probably not anymore.
because his son was his number 2 overall pick and went to the Lakers, and we all know the Lakers are a glorified team. Oh, you're gonna find out about sports here in a bit, buddy. You're gonna be part of a game in a bit. Yeah.
Sports.
I will get to that in a bit.
Sports.
What men do.
Men. Sports.
I like brain damage.
Balls.
Yeah.
So basically, long story short, is Lavar basically said that he got his son out of China by his own feet on the ground there, not Donald Trump. Trump kindly reminded him that he is the president, and as much as we all fucking hate Trump, he's kind of got power and influence that, Lavar Ball's not going to have. So then Lavar Ball goes back and says, like, who? Like, I'm obviously the person that got my fucking kids out. Donald Trump doesn't know who the hell he's talking to. And Trump just basically called him a fool and a coward and all these different things and stuff like that. But here's the problem. And even technically what I'm doing...
This first response is insults.
Right. The president of the United States first...
But like with all seriousness, it was Trump's influence that got
it was
those guys
definitely
out. He was on a
Trump's
Chinese
but this
visit
is
at the time.
but this is what Lavar Ball's doing, and I apologize if anybody's actually going to go check this out because I'm giving him the advertising too. But he's giving advertisement to the Big Baller brand, which is essentially what he's trying to get all of his kids involved with. He wants all of his kids to play for the Lakers. He thinks that because the Lakers have sucked for so long, they're the answer, and because they play at UCLA, which is the Los Angeles college, right, where all the rich motherfuckers go. He thinks that they're all going to get there. They're all going to get drafted one way or another by the Lakers. Lakers are going to take all 3, and they're going to win a championship. It's not going to happen now because one of your kids is never allowed to play basketball again because he stole sunglasses in a very stupid country to do that. And the other one sucks. He's already got a fucking Maserati because his dad bought it, so he drives that to school and shit like that, and he's just a punk. Nobody likes him, and he sucks at basketball.
So that's our bitch fest of the podcast.
Oh, my
I was
God.
gonna go on about like flat earthers here, but we'll see if I actually do that. I kind of want to fucking diss flat earthers.
Well,
Yeah.
I was going to say, we technically have time.
I'm gonna go on a fucking
We
tangent.
technically do have time for that
Okay,
in
well,
a
I'm
bit.
gonna go on a fucking tangent.
All right, we'll put the screen on you, Chris. And
I don't want to set it up. It's just gonna be like this.
Okay.
Because I got that scene too for
yeah.
the intro video.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Fuck.
Just get it out.
It's that fucking Rocket
Just
Man guy. Did you hear about this Rocket Man fucking lunatic?
Get it out, Chris.
I'm gonna get in a rocket, shoot myself 500 miles an hour into the sky to go see if the fucking Earth is flat. I'm like, what? One.
Wait, but
How are you gonna come back down, fucker?
that's my question.
2, I heard the thing was steam powered. I'm like,
He built a steam
what?
powered rocket.
Who the fuck builds a steam powered
Okay.
rocket? 3, you need to be going real fast to break through Earth's gravity, and 500 miles an hour ain't gonna do that, you fuck. And 4, they should have let him do it so he would be one less dumbass in the world.
Oh, yeah,
Because
Yeah.
one, let
But what if
Darwinism
he
take
hit
it
an
up.
innocent person coming
Well, what
down?
happens if it went up and it just blew up in the sky? That's kind of what I was thinking was gonna happen.
I do.
Dude, I swear to God, if you defend flat earthers here, I swear to God, I can't believe
Wait, you're gonna
how
agree.
many
You're gonna
fucking
agree.
idiots believe in that shit.
But you're gonna agree with me. At least you can respect his dedication to proving it
Oh
himself.
yeah,
Right?
oh yeah.
Like he's not just saying, he's not taking anything what anyone's telling him for granted.
I can respect
And he's just going out there, he's
dedication.
like, I'm gonna, like, he is seriously gonna
seriously-
strap himself to a
Rocket
rocket,
and
Okay,
shoot
and
himself into
and-
the sky
Okay, but here's the thing.
to know the truth.
to know
Do
the
you
truth.
allow-
Get on a fucking plane.
Do you allow
Why are you taking
stupid
your fuck-
people to do stupid things?
Go on a
Do you
boat.
enable stupid
Yes.
people to do stupid things?
Well,
Fuck
it
you,
depends.
idiot.
It depends. There's
But
some
this
level
is
of-
one very stupid thing that you really shouldn't allow. Because what if he?
Well, he's
going
gonna
to
kill someone. That's the thing. It's like he's gonna take this.
I just
steam
hope it's
power
himself. Like hope, legitimate
hope and
I'm not a praying man, but I pray.
Do we hope this man dies?
I mean, I don't hope that
If it,
anybody.
you know what?
dies.
I hope he
Unless you're
succeeds
Sidney
and he comes
Crosby.
back down and he goes to his Flat Earth Society fucks and he's like, hey,
It's
okay, it's
flat.
round. It's round. Okay. I fucked up.
Well, yeah. So that was.
Oh no! I'm divorced.
I
I couldn't figure out anything.
This is
idiot.
what I told Chris. I was just like, now just imagine for a second, like, let's say his theory's right. Okay? Let's say the Earth is flat. Okay? And his whole idea was to go, like, up, take a picture, and come back down. Okay? That was the whole thing. Now, if he was going to get close enough to the edge of the Earth, if this existed, to catch a picture of the Earth's crust when it falls, where's it going to land? It's going to go off the Earth. If this is a flat earther's thing, he's
Actually,
going to go off the Earth.
I just
and he's
remembered
going to
something.
sail
I just
into
remembered
nothing.
So in a flat Earth world, where like, how do you?
They think. Do you want to know? They think. I seen all this shit yesterday. And I was just sitting there like freaking out. They think that there is a giant ice wall on the edges of our planet that is. Some of them say it's 150 feet. Some of them say it's like 2
Game of
miles.
Thrones.
I was just gonna say,
like Game
yeah,
of
but it
Thrones.
ain't there no
They
more.
think there's this giant ice
Spoilers.
wall that keeps all the water in. Oh, and they don't think gravity exists
Nope, they do not.
because in a hypothetical
do not.
situation, if the planet was flat, like if you were to get further on the edge of the planet, so say this is the middle of the planet, if you were over here, gravity would be fucking weird. It wouldn't make sense because everything's attracted to the center of our mass.
yeah, so that's
everything's
like
pushed down
if you
because of gravity.
jump.
So they don't think gravity exists. They think the
jump.
moon is only
go
500
straight
kilometers up in the air and is only 32 miles wide. They think that the sun, for some reason, rotates around the planet in a circle.
And there's this big.
You know what they
cube.
also think? That the boogeyman rapes them every night. Maybe
now
that's a little far out there, but I want to just shoot them. Like I want to go. I said this earlier. And this is going to be really crazy, but I want to not see them. Like I want to not see them. It's like I hate pseudoscience to
No,
an
I
extreme,
do too.
and
I
like
do
the
too.
flat Earth theory is so pseudoscience and so stupid.
And it's picking up because it's
And
a
it's
social
picking
media
up.
trend.
And like people
I hate
fucking
that, too.
honestly believe it.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay,
It's like.
okay, this isn't the leg. This isn't the leg. That's my It's like you can tell these people anything and they'll believe it. Fucking,
As long as it doesn't come from the government.
as long as it doesn't come from the government,
they'll take
NASA, scientists,
If it's some weird
geologists.
YouTube channel with 700
Yeah.
700 likes,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, if you're some weird YouTube guy that's the reason why it makes sense is that I can I'll pick up an orange and I'll pour water on it. That's our planet. I'm like, obviously. That's how they say. Oh, it's
So,
circular.
ladies and gentlemen, that
Okay, I'm
is
done.
Chris's Flat Earthers rant as we get away from world
oh
news.
dear.
Just basically as a quick interjection for all the people that are looking into right now, as you know, you can be part of our giveaway. All you gotta do, message me, let me know my favorite band and stuff like that, and you can win all the beautiful prize package that I will put a picture up on Snapchat, where you can like me and Chris at Food77 or Tercero Chris, which is up on the board here, ladies and gentlemen. To do a quick little invert before we get into some games later on here, just going to Stoner Corner.
Oh, Stoner Corner.
Stoner Corner. So this is where we we can Stoner Corner. Why don't we just talk like we're fucking
You know, I actually don't know too many stoners that actually talk like that. You know?
No.
It's a weird
We're
stereotype.
gonna.
It isn't.
So here's the
Real
question.
stories.
Here's the question I wanted to ask all our friendly stoners out there, man. We've talked about marijuana being legalized, and we wanted to basically tell everybody that.
Tell him, man.
We wanted to basically, help inform you guys like we do every time here. Even though I'm giving a really bad stereotype of what stoners actually are, considering that they're very high
smoke pot.
contributors to society.
Obama smoked pot.
Obama
He
does
did
smoke
cocaine
pot.
too.
Yeah, we want to tell you some of the things that are going to actually
president
become available when this gets legalized. Because a lot of you out there are completely under the impression that there's going to be weed, and there's going to be more weed, and there's going to be things that kind of look like weed, and there's going to be these weird little things. And you are right.
Interesting stuff.
And that was Stoner Court. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man.
But basically, we want to let you know there's going to be other things available for you. So you know there's going to be weed. You know there's going to be some oils that people now start calling dabs. I don't know if you've ever... Yeah.
You did.
Dabby dabs. Then you got these drops and stuff like that. You got these honey oils that are going to become available and stuff like that. But also rosin and what was that other one that was really like...
No, man.
Do you smoke weed?
No, man.
Allegedly.
No, man.
But there's also going to be three things that I want you there's three things that are going to come out that basically a lot of people aren't under the impression that are going to be certain ways. I'm here to tell you that there's three different things that are basically you don't know that are going to be out there yet. One is edibles. Edibles is going to be in every gosh darn form that you can think of.
Yep.
If you can eat it,
Wow. Edible
they
beer.
will find a way to get you high,
Underwear.
or buzzed, or euphoric.
Underwear?
Peanut butter.
That's dangerous.
Oh my god,
That is
honestly.
so dangerous.
Like
Weed underwear?
Like, I still think, as much as I'm pro legalization, I
Yeah.
still think that it's gonna be a mess.
Oh, it's gonna be like
For like
Yeah.
a month, 2
Yeah.
months, the society has to learn how to do. Like we still haven't figured out how to do alcohol right.
Yo,
in
it's
that
just
first month and a half,
I can't come
the
to work.
The whole process of Alberta is just
High.
kind of shut the fuck down.
Nobody can work. Everybody's high.
Everyone's like, what did you do before you went to work?
Well, Jim,
I was just like, no,
I had
because
4 death gummy bears for breakfast.
you're supposed to eat the ear.
Oh, that's why. I see.
That's why.
Oh,
But man, that's the thing is a lot of these people too think like they're
operating
going to be
a
able to
crate.
just take edibles, and there's a lot of people that have never tried this that are going to come out of the woodyard, which I like to say, yeah, and they're going to try it because now it's legal, right? And a lot of people obey these laws and stuff like that, so they're going to try it, and they're going to think, oh, it's going to take like 6 to 8
there's gonna be
hours. I'll
so
be
much
fine.
psychosis
I know.
and like mental health calls.
Oh.
It's just gonna be.
But it's
That,
going to
like,
be
that
so
first
beautiful.
month, people are going to experiment with
It's
the
gonna be so
edibles,
beautiful.
and everything's going to get
So beautiful.
nuts.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the other two things I wanted to get into, just because we're kind of pressed for time here today, is there's gonna be lotions and creams for your body
With
like
THC in them?
with THC.
Wow.
You can get them without THC. You can get them with just the CBD that'll have
CBD
the,
would be
Yep,
interesting.
the CBD properties, which I had for when I had my hemorrhoid surgery. It helped so much.
Yeah.
My butthole
CBD's incredible.
was like it was really like it burnt. Like I had like spicy burritos. Like after but then I tried that little CBD cream. It's like pooping mint. It was nice. It still hurt like a bitch. And T3s don't do shit. Literally.
CBD.
Oh, but it helped. That's for damn sure. And the other thing that's basically available, and this is the big thing for me, is moon rocks. I like to call them infinity stones because it's like you can build your own weed, man. That's all it is. Is you can literally, like, what it's going to be is you can go into a store and you're going to be able to buy all these different extracts of weed, all this like these new things,
Different strains.
different oils, different like little like shakes, like everything. Okay,
Yeah.
and then what you're gonna be able to do is you're gonna be able to take like a bud, okay, and then you're gonna be able to like take oil and just surround it with oil, and then like dip that in like what they call keef. I don't know, but I've heard they call it keef. They're gonna dip it in keef, and they're gonna dip that in more oil, and they're just gonna keep going and going and going and going and going and going, and then they're gonna freeze it, and then we're just gonna let it sit there for a bit, and then we're gonna chop it up, and you're gonna put it in your bowl, and you're gonna smoke.
So you're gonna make this?
I'm gonna totally make
The
this.
Infinity Stones.
I'm gonna make infinity stones. Moon rocks is for pussies. Like, don't ever get me wrong. Moon rock fucked me up. But I am gonna find high THC contents. Oh, you don't know what a moon rock is? Moon rock is just basically like what I was saying. It's just like a bud, and then oil, and then keef from what they call, and then I believe more oil, and then just more keef. Let it sit.
Okay.
Yeah, but this, and what I want to do is I want to take every little things and just fucking shatter.
This isn't getting high anymore.
This is go to bed.
Fucking
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Do you think it's too much?
I think it's too
Oh, it's gonna be not enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Stoner Corner. We're gonna jump in quickly to Ian interview. What? You're going to India.
I am going to.
You're going to India. Yes. We're gonna jump right into this quick transition. Yeah. Why don't you start telling the viewers why you're going to India and whereabouts you're gonna be going?
I'm going for a 500-hour yoga teacher training.
Okay.
This will be my third, and in India, in Rishikesh.
Nice.
In India.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Are there Americans there?
They'll probably be international. You'll have people from Europe, people from America, people. You have no idea.
Okay, so
I think it's 20 other people.
So it's gonna be kind of the same as what you had in when you went to South America.
Yeah,
You're gonna have different cultures from all around the world and stuff like that come together as one. And
well, it's pretty much like you take all these people from a different country, you put them together, and they're like a little tribe for a while.
Yeah.
And you go through this process of like training and meditating and like adventures, whatever, right? And
now
you come out of it on the other side.
Do they do like what you would call like group activities with you guys right at the beginning to get you guys open? Because I know just from certain things that you told me that you guys had to do in South America, like not to like cross too many borders because I'm not, right? But like the fact that you guys were
in South America,
believe me, there's things I would love to tell everyone that happened in South America, but we're not. The fact that you were naked most of the time, right?
No, we were naked most of the time.
You were naked,
but like
the fact that you guys were very open, like you know what I mean.
It's like a sweat lodge, for example.
Yeah.
When you do the Temescal, right? The South America. Well, I think it's a. It's a.
Guys, keep doing it.
I think most Native American cultures do it throughout. I think North and South, or I think it's actually it's a South adaptation. They took it from Mexico. I think that's the Temescal.
I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not too familiar with it.
I don't know, but it's so you pretty much it's a sweat lodge. You go in there and you sweat yourselves to death, but that will break you, and you will get to a point where you're so hot where it's like I remember my first Temescal, I was just sitting here like curled up in a ball, and I'm like, and you know I don't want to touch anybody. I don't know these people. I'm not like but after like the heat, it gets so hot that like you're running from the heat. So you're just trying to get as close to the ground as you can, and at that point you're just like, fuck it, I don't care who you are. It's it breaks everybody, which is a pretty cool
experience.
It's a cool experience. It's just a totally different. People are much more like if you're in the jungle, like if you're like you don't have a bathing suit, you just go in the river, whatever, right? Like it's just a different world.
Exactly.
Here we're like now we're talking about having 3 different bathrooms.
Yeah,
you know, like
I have 4.
But I wouldn't.
So here's probably a question you've never actually been asked, and this is probably only because I know you quite well. Is you
naked? Were you?
For a lot of people who listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, he usually has this guy on there named Wim Hof.
Wim Hof, yes.
And Wim Hof is a gentleman that has swam the Arctic Channel, climbed Mount Everest in his boxers and like sandals. But yeah, he did that. If you're intrigued just by that, he's done way more. He was given like poison and fought it off. Yeah, he's the Iceman. And this is something that you enjoy doing. You got very influenced. Well, I know you didn't enjoy it, but you got highly influenced through that podcast to do that.
It was huge.
So when I know you've done the cold experience, and you started doing that more there as well, because you had that little bathtub that you had, and you always filled with water. I saw on your Snapchat. Yeah. But what is the difference between that, like being very, very cold, and being very, very warm, like very, very hot? Like, does it get to a point where your body just doesn't feel it anymore, and you're kind of like in a limbo state where it's both hot and cold? Or do you actually feel the difference between the hot and the cold?
The cold, see, I found that I'm much less tolerant to heat than I am cold.
Okay.
And maybe that's because of just my ethnicity being like Scottish and Icelandic, northern, like seventh generation Canadian. Like the hot kicks my ass.
Yeah, I can't.
But I still think it's the same mindset. It's mind body connection, right? Really meditating and focusing your consciousness, and Wim has shown it that anyone can do it. Yeah, it's just it takes practice and conditioning. Right. So with the cold, if you work your way up to it, after a while, like when I got back, after I finished the 10-week program, I could walk around outside in -10, no problem.
Nice.
Like in almost nothing.
Yeah.
Because you worked up to it, but it is something more than it's like I don't know how to explain it really.
Good. But, no, I like that. No, I like that. No, I like that. Because the thing is like we're gonna have you on a few more times and stuff like that. So we're gonna get you to answer more things about like your trip, like coming up and stuff like that. Maybe get you to open up a little bit more about your South American trips. Because like I said, it's just things I have sworn to secrecy that I would never tell a soul. But like, fuck me.
It's good times.
Fuck me. If I ever get famous, I'm going to like say a story and then not use your name kind of thing. Holy shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have Ian on more. He's going to talk about this and stuff like that. If you actually want to get into yoga, if you haven't actually, been able to find the right place or you haven't had the means to, follow him on Facebook or like him on Facebook, message him on Facebook. He'll give you many different ideas that you can do.
You eventually wanted to teach yoga, right?
Yeah.
I will teach when I get back from this trip.
Yeah, so if you want to start getting in line for a really, really good yoga instructor that is going to be coming back with a lot of knowledge and actually been out to the rest of the world to see where it fucking started. And then plus, later on he's going to have his own studio and stuff like that. So you may just get in-house, you may get studios, but this is going to be the man for it. And you follow him on this podcast and I promise you he may, eventually get you guys on there. So,
Thanks, guys.
yeah, right on.
Namaste. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here now.
We're basically almost done the podcast here, ladies and gentlemen. We got 3 things that we're going to do. I had a couple of things for Sports Corner. First of all, the Grey Cup. I was gonna put No One Cares. That was actually a really good Grey Cup. So congratulations to the Toronto Argonauts. Fuck you. That was should have been Eskies and Rough Riders, man. Should have been Eskies and Rough Riders.
I tell you.
The Oilers beat the Red Wings in Detroit. I heard your messages. I know. I heard your messages. Okay, I know they lost, and I know it was pretty bad. Okay, but I beat you at the beginning of the season at Rogers Place. Okay, and I live out here. And in my opinion, that's all that matters. Like if you live in Detroit and stuff like that, and you're an Oilers fan, rub it in their faces. But you can't rub it in mine. So fuck you. And the other thing is this beautiful thing. This is my beautiful jersey that my girlfriend has given me. Okay, and I'm never gonna do
What
damage
number are
to
you,
this
Andrew?
jersey. 13. It's Mike Evans. He's a god. He's a god. But this team is shit.
Is he alive?
This is another. Yeah, oh yeah, we're still live, buddy. This is another team, another year that has disappointed me. I have invested money to watch your fucking games. I have watched your draft. I have actually sat and been on numerous podcasts with Americans to sit here and debate why you guys should actually be a real team and why certain people should not be fired. And I am done. I am not the Cleveland Browns. I am not the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I am the Bucs fans for life. But it is really fucking hard to be on this train anymore. So with that being said, we have a sports game here today, ladies and gentlemen. And the sports game is a quick one because Chris and Ian here, as you probably heard earlier, they don't know sports. They don't like sports. Ian still thinks Sidney Crosby is the captain of theRed Wings.
I like golf and
Sidney Crosby.
UFC.
So,
McDavid.
So with that being said, I decided to come up with just 5 quick questions because they don't know sports at all. It's going to be multiple choice and stuff like that, and we're going to have some fun with this because the Ian's reactions to this are going to be funny. This is the reason I came up with this. So basically, keeping score, I'll keep score, obviously. The first question is an easy one for you.
All right.
But you're going up against Chris because you don't know shit either. But Chris should know this. We all know Wayne Gretzky has the most goals of all time.
Yeah.
Okay, you should know that.
Sidney Crosby.
Sidney Crosby. So, who has second overall? A, Mark Messier. B, Jaromir Jagr. Or C, Gordie Howe. Ian?
Yager guy.
You say Jagr?
I'm gonna say Gordy.
So, Chris is right. So, Chris gets 1.
Gordie Howe?
Yeah, Gordie Howe.
Sounded familiar.
Yeah.
Who did he play for?
Played for the Detroit fucking Red Wings, Hartford Whalers, Houston Astros with his kids. Someone's gonna fucking be like, "Oh, Full Bear better know this." It's just like,
And what years?
Fuck off. Okay, we're going to the next question. The next question is, I decided to do every kind of sport, like the Big Four, and then just CFL. So I did baseball next. Baseball, Barry Bonds has the record for the most home runs, but he tested positive for steroids. So technically, that doesn't count.
Okay.
So who's second? So
Babe
who's
Ruth.
second? And who technically would have the
gonna
most
say
home
Babe
runs? A, Hank Aaron. B, Alex Rodriguez. Or C, Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth. Alex Rodriguez.
So you're both wrong, and it's Hank Aaron.
Fuck
That's
plays baseball.
What's the dude's name?
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron.
Yeah. So, you guys know who Michael Jordan is.
No.
Yeah, he's a golfer.
Golf.
He plays golf for the
Michael Jordan
for the
played-
Detroit Red Wings.
He played it. No, and he's the one who cheated on his wife a bunch with all those chicks, right?
Yeah, with Woods. The Woods' wife.
Yeah. Michael Jordan was a basketball player.
Okay.
And Michael Jordan had a few good players that helped him win these championships, okay? So out of the three that I'm going to tell you, one of these guys did not play and win championships with Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Who is it? Scottie Pippen, A, Dennis Rodman, B, or Wilt Chamberlain, C?
B.
You can go Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
What are you going to go?
That's cheating. You can't respond.
I was
Yes, he's got to guess.
I was also going to say Dennis Rodman.
He said
Well, he's Dennis Rodman, and you're both wrong.
yes.
God.
Suck.
It's Wilt
I have
Chamberlain.
1 point.
Yeah, you still got one.
Wow.
Number 4
Oh.
is my great sport, like you all heard. I do love my Bucks, but none of my quarterbacks will ever be on the greatest list. But with that being said, there are many of quarterbacks that you have heard of, right?
Yeah.
And
Wait.
yeah, hold on.
I know one.
Yeah, no, you'll get there. Don't worry. And one of the quarterbacks that I'm about to tell you has not won the Lombardi Trophy, aka a Super Bowl. Who is it? Is it A. Dan Marino, B. Tom Brady,
Not Tom Brady.
or C. Peyton Manning?
Oh, dude. What's the first one again?
Dan Marino, Tom Brady.
Dan Marino.
You said Dan Marino?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw out Tom Brady. I'm just gonna say it.
If only. Actually, you were right. It was
Yes!
Dan Marino. Thor would be very impressed with you.
Yeah. I've listened to so much football talk.
Yeah,
It's there. It's there. It's just gotta reach for it.
So the tiebreaker, question number 5 then, ladies and gentlemen, is for you local boys with the Eskies. Is you know that one of the greatest Eskimo quarterbacks of all time was a boy named Warren Moon. And the other day, I found out exactly how many Grey Cups he won. And I found out exactly how many of those Grey Cups he started the complete season. Now, out of the 5 Grey Cups that Warren Moon has played in, how many did he start? A3, B4, or C5?
What do you mean start?
He started. Like he was the starting
First
quarterback.
starting lineup.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like when you start playing 4 or 5.
You first.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're first this time.
I'm gonna say 4.
4?
4.
You're gonna go 4? You're both technically wrong. The answer is 3. So now the question is, and the tiebreaker is going to be this.
Ooh, on the spot.
The first person to answer the question correctly wins. Who is the captain of the Edmonton Oilers?
Wayne Brady.
You know, come on, Ian. You're
McDavid.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ian McTavish is our sports winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Sportsman!
Sportsman! Sportsman! Tough man has no name.
Duff man. Can't breathe. Oh no.
Did you hear that? Sounded like me and Chris did impressions.
That was almost neat.
Oh, I know. It was almost neat. But that means we're going into Scenario Bizarro, ladies and gentlemen. To finish off the podcast, we're going to do a couple more with our guest host today, Ian McTavish.
All right.
I had to breathe. Apparently, I didn't breathe that whole podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the game goes like this. It's not even a game. There's no points. There's no structures. This is just for me and Chris to help with our improv and stuff like that. So, what we're going to do today is we are going to play Scenario Bizarro. And me and Chris are going to go first a couple of times, and then we're going to try and get Ian in on the last one.
All right.
No, we're gonna get him in on the whole thing.
Oh, you want him in on the whole thing?
Whole thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Ian is gonna try and be a certain character today. I like it.
I'm gonna go be it. Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to try and be. You have to try and impersonate someone. I'm gonna pull out. Okay. So the scenario today, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't give
Okay.
me something.
First of all,
It can't be
is the first day in a new job. Okay.
Okay.
That's gonna be the scenario.
All right.
Now the character choices. I'm gonna go. Chris's character first is Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
Is
he Jurassic Park?
Life
Jurassic Park.
Find a way. So Chris is gonna be Jeff
Chaos
Goldblum.
Theory.
So McTavish is gonna be Justin Trudeau.
God, I wish I had got that. I wish I had got that.
This is really bad already.
Justin
Okay, and then
Trudeau.
so I shouldn't look here. And then I'm going to be
Oh God.
gonna be Roger from American Dad.
Roger from.
So you're the alien.
From American Dad. So I'm gonna let you guys take it away.
So we're at first.
So the first day at a new job.
First day at a new job. Well, this is kind of how he talks. He's like, he's got a very weird way.
Kind of talks
No, not like
with
that. With a like kind of
yeah,
Shatner,
yeah,
like, right?
Just little
Like,
pause,
little pauses,
little pause,
but
little
finishes his sentences.
Yeah.
All right, I
Ready?
got it.
3,
All
2,
right.
1.
Wow, this job is difficult.
This job is perfect for me.
Seriously, been way too high on cocaine since like
I
at
don't
least
know,
3 o'clock
dude,
this
just-
morning. Listen, Trudeau, listen. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's.
You need to definitely
calm
get
down.
onto this little project thing here.
This little
Okay.
project?
Hi. I've been sitting here the whole time and I don't know. I don't know.
So what are we here to steal from aliens?
I guess we didn't really specify the
Well,
job.
the job, right?
It's,
You guys we're going on a heist, right?
what's with your? It's like.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not
This
doing
guy, this guy, you're very two-faced. You got it. You got it.
Alright, let's try a different one. That was not good for me.
that was
Jeff
horrible.
Goldblum. I picked
I don't know how to
Sanders,
beat
man.
Trudeau.
Okay, hold on.
Well, we're
If I
gonna
do Trudeau-
not do what we're gonna say.
On the set.
We are.
Here we go.
Take all your money.
Okay, check us out. We're gonna be on the set of a movie. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna go McTavish's character first.
Jeez.
Okay.
Give
McTavish,
me something good.
you are Fred Flintstone.
Oh, yeah.
Yabba-dabba-doo.
Yabba-dabba-doo! Oh!
Alright.
Buddy!
Well, Mom.
Let's go get in our rock car and drive around. Shit.
Okay, no, because we went through the fact that we cannot do Woody Woodpecker. So okay, so you're Barack Obama,
Oh, my fellow Americans.
and then I am going to be I'm the Joker
The Joker.
on the set of a movie.
Instead of a movie. So are you
I'm
Heath
just gonna
Ledger?
get a bit more hip because he's hip.
Are you Heath Ledger? Well, you see, look, we got some depraved little goblin thing over here.
What are you again?
I don't know.
No, he's Fred Flintstone. You're Fred Flintstone.
Do I sound Fred Flintstone?
No, you're like Velma or whatever.
Hey,
the fuck it is.
well, Craig, but Brock.
Now let's just take a second and we'll figure this out for my people.
Listen, I've been reading the script all fucking day, and I've been trying really hard to not lose my fucking mind here on set.
Oh, well that's good.
What did you take this
Let's just keep it going, keep it rolling.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
you guys are doing a wonderful job,
Yeah.
and I can't quite understand why you only wear a one-piece shirt, but I like it, and I think it's good for the for the movie.
Oh, I don't know.
I think your wife has just been splendid, by the way.
Wilma?
Do you know where she got those scars?
She got a pretty
Wilma
wonderful.
doesn't have any scars.
What? She will.
She's got a
Can we
wonderful.
get out? That just creeped me the fuck out.
Can we get a cut over here? Cut right here. Do we need a cut? All right. Somebody fucking cut me already. All right, one more scenario, ladies and gentlemen. One more scenario. One more scenario. Okay.
I didn't agree to this.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. You said you'd be on the podcast.
Oh,
okay. So firing someone. Okay, so Chris is gonna be the boss.
Okay.
And he's gonna fire me and Ian. Okay.
All right.
And the boss is going to be Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Are you good with Robert?
No, I'm not.
No, okay, I'll pick another one for you. Don't worry.
Not a good
Okay.
De Niro guy.
All right, no worries. All right. You're Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
I was kind of hoping I'd get Jack.
Here's Johnny.
Johnny!
So you're the boss. All right. So you are firing. I'll be Peter Griffin.
Okay.
And Ian is going to be Borat.
Fuck. I don't know how to be Borat. Is that
pretty-
Borat?
yeah,
I sound like Borat now.
Okay,
you.
this is good. All right, okay. All right, ready?
All right.
And go.
Alright, you guys gotta come on in here. And I gotta talk to y'all. Okay?
What, Daddy? What do you want? Get you out. I'm not doing this. It's too. I'm not doing this.
We officially have a walk.
No, I'm walking out on that shit. It's too racially charged. It's too much.
Okay.
Man. It's
Let's
too
do
much.
one more and hopefully it's not too
Racially charged.
Oh my god.
It's too much,
Okay,
man.
fine. How about this?
All I ever picture him is when he's in the
How about this?
helicopter.
How about this?
I've never even seen
How about
one.
this? You'll be Jack Nicholson from The Shining, and you'll
Okay.
fire me as Borat.
Okay, you fired him.
Alright, now come on in here. Come on in here. Alright. There's a few things we've been talking about.
Nice. This chair, I like. It makes squeak.
We've been
This chair, I take with me after.
there's a few people they've been coming up to me and they've been
They're
telling me
coming.
that you've
They're
been running
coming.
around.
I love to come. It's great. I came here, did I not? I came.
They've
It's
been
good.
telling me that you keep running around the studio screaming at people saying like wait till they get a load of me, and people are getting a little worried.
Oh boy, I like worrying. Don't worry. I tell them no worry, okay? But I like worry. So you see where the debacle kind of comes from.
Some people were saying that
Yeah.
you were throwing out racially charged innuendos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You see that to my face.
I did.
You come. You say that to Borat. You say Borat now. If they Borat, you got me. You say Borat. You trying to fire Borat or something? You tell them. I tell them. You tell them first, alright? I got Bilbo. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back. Okay. I'm gonna get the real boss and then tell him to go fuck yourself. You don't know. I'll be back. Oh, way too much fun with that. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Scenario Bizarro.
I'll give you guys a round of applause.
Thank you. That has been our podcast, obviously. So we're going to get into the last bit of shout-outs here before we go. Chris, you ready for that? Obviously. We give shout-outs to Curly Coils.
Oh, that's not
As always. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, we got Curly's. Okay. We give shout-out as
We gotta get
always.
Curly's a theme song.
We give shout-outs to Curly's Coils, our sponsor, as always.
I'm gonna do it the Curly's theme
For your
song.
do a
harder,
Curly's
better,
theme song
faster,
right now?
stronger. Not right now. It's all right.
No, we can't right
But
now.
for Curly's Coils, no, we gotta write that shit for Jamie.
No, we should. Jamie would.
Yeah.
He would appreciate.
Yeah,
it
if that's his name.
finished piece.
If that's his
John.
John Tucker must die.
John Tucker.
What? So for your harder, better, faster, strongers, get to the man at Curly's Coils for all your vaping needs. And you want those aliens, you just talk to him. I don't even know what the names are, but I'm gonna have some for the giveaway. You'll see that very soon. Also, as always, we give a nice shout out and a nice spot to our boys at Rare Form Theater. For their new play, Dying to meet you. Directed by our boy and old co-worker for me, co-worker for Mr. McTavish, Christian Stannard, aka Mingle.
Mr. Christian Mingle.
.com. And the play, ladies and gentlemen, Dying to Meet You, is a hilarious, fast-moving comedy. Richard and his wife Barbara accidentally offered the same room and lodgings to a young undertaker and a young woman who has the mafia after her. Confusion, satanic cross-dressing, and many misunderstandings abound in this great night of theater. Tickets are available at ticketpro.com for February 23rd and 24th. I like it! For 7:30 p.m. $18 on Ticket Pro, and I do believe at the door, ladies and gentlemen. We also give our shout-out spot to the man at Daddy-O's, Fort Saskatchewan, for all your fine smoking accessories that you need. Also, you need posters or incense, candles, creams, knickknacks,
Paddywhacks.
skateboards. He's got a lot of stuff there. All you gotta do is go and check it out downtown, right on the link. And what we're gonna show here before we go, ladies and gentlemen, is our giveaway. McTavish, grab some stuff for the giveaway.
Look at the fun things.
We got fun things for the giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do is message me or Chris on Snapchat, on Facebook, wherever. But you have to message me. You can't just tell me. You have to message me. What is my favorite band? You have the hints. You have the clues.
Oh, I
you
know.
want to win this?
I know what it is.
You can't tell them, though.
It's Blunts for Breakfast. Was that right, Andrew?
That's our band name now.
Blunts
for
Lunch for breakfast? I would,
And Diatomaceous Earth.
You got the blood.
But if you want to enter yourself...
That's right.
If you want to enter yourself into the draw more, all you have to do is when this podcast is done, share it. And then when we put it up on YouTube 10 minutes from now, 15, 20 minutes from now, share that too. And I'll keep track as much as I can. And I'll throw your name in.
Subliminal message them.
Like and share. Like and share. Like that shit. Like that shit.
ghost time
Yeah.
or something.
All you have to do,
What was that?
share it. You get one, share the Facebook Live. You get one more name in the draw. Share the Facebook Live and the YouTube, and you get 2 names in the draw. It's that simple. We'll do it next week so you can get 2 more names in the draw, and the week after. And here we are to tell you two before we go. Christmas special is on the 16th or 17th of December, where we will actually be giving away this beautiful rig along with everything.
of December.
16th or 17th. Stay tuned. And we will get you
16th
there
or
for the
17th.
amazing Christmas special that is to come. But we still got 3 to 4 weeks, 3 to 4 podcasts to go before that, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for staying with us. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all the love and support that you all have done for us all the time. Love you again. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning us. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Fun with Foobz and Chris channel. And we'll see you next week.
And you're not gonna stop there! No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!